Hello, welcome to Sacred Wealth Rising. My name is Sarah, and I am beginning this Labyrinth series down here at the Labyrinth in the center of Chico, California. Today is 8/8, a date, a portal that has become very celebrated and kind of made into quite the deal. And what I was reminded of is these days, every day is a portal. And while it is 8/8 and the Lionsgate portal today, yesterday was also a special day, and the day before that, and tomorrow, and so that we actually can choose and create every day to be a portal, an auspicious day where we choose to remember and celebrate our lives and create each day as a new beginning, as an honoring that we're here on this beautiful earth, and that every day we can honor life, honor love, and choose and create what is highest and greatest for one, for all. So today is day one of this Labyrinth series, and we are basing this series on a book by Kathleen McGowan, The Source of Miracles, 7 Steps to Transforming Your Life Through the Lord's Prayer. I first came across Kathleen McGowan probably at least 25 years ago when I read her book, The Expected One, her story of Mary Magdalene based on real life, well-researched and documented evidence of who Mary Magdalene was, what her life was about. And what I love about Kathleen's approach is she researches and documents, and from there creates a beautiful, engaging story. So she's done that a number of times, and out of that has become an internationally well-known and celebrated author. This book came out of her experience with the birth of her son, who actually was born, I think, the day before my youngest daughter. So when I came across this book and the timing of our children's birth, I really felt connected. And as many of you know, I've loved labyrinths, and I often will, when I visit a place, will come and find the labyrinth in town as a way of coming into the place, into the energies of the land, into my relationship with the place, and so here with Chico. So today what we're going to do, and this week, we're going to go through the 6 petals of the rose at the center of the labyrinth. Each of the petals reflects a different quality that is expressed through the Lord's Prayer. Now, Kathleen focuses on a more traditional interpretation of the Lord's Prayer, but there's Aramaic interpretations, there are ones that bring in the Mother, Father, God. Kathleen has intentionally decided to work with our Father as a way of honoring our relationship with the masculine, with our inner masculine, with that part of us that is the one that translates and brings into action, builds heaven on earth. So I am excited to be here. I'm excited to share this with you, and let's go forward from here. Our Father, who art in heaven, may your name be hallowed. May your kingdom come. May your will be done, as in heaven, so upon earth. Give us today our sufficient bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have also forgiven our debtors. And do not bring us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. In the Source of Miracles, Kathleen invites us to work with this prayer. And even though typically I will say, Our Father in heaven, our Mother in earth, I'm choosing to honor this request as I practice to see what becomes available. I invite you to be open. Perhaps there's something here for you too. Perhaps from the practice you'll realize how imperative it is for you to include our Mother, the feminine, into your prayer. There's no wrong way, but I'm going to just allow myself to fully engage with the invitation from Kathleen to experience this labyrinth and the 6 petals at the center. I'll see you in the center. Here we come into the center of the rose. You can see the petals in a symmetrical circle around a center stone. Each petal in balance and harmony with the others. And as we come into the center here, there are heart stones here outlined in blue. This first petal is the petal of faith. Our Father in heaven, may your name be hallowed. Faith. Faith is the foundation for transformational spiritual practice, and it is the starting point for all prayer, for all asks, for connecting in with what it is you're praying for, asking for. I love what Kathleen says here. The stronger the foundation, the more enduring the structure that will be built upon it. Within the lessons of the first petal, you will be asked to contemplate your image of who and what God is in your life, and even more, that one of the first foundational fundamental lessons of this first petal is to understand and accept that you are a part of the Creator's master plan. So what this petal actually does is to not only ask you to have faith in a greater life force, but to even more have faith in yourself. To have faith in yourself that you are a part of this plan, and that as such you are here to co-create with God, with Spirit, with Source. Faith is the foundation of living a life of purpose. Part of what this petal asks us is to perhaps remember, reconnect with, as in Kathleen's words, you made a promise to God to carry out a specific set of duties and to accomplish a predetermined mission during your life on earth. How and if you do that is up to your own free will, but your understanding and fulfillment of that promise and mission is the key factor in determining your happiness, fulfillment, and abundance. I love where she also says, fulfilling your promise will never make you happy. Living your destiny can only bring you joy. Not that there won't be challenges along the way, but there is something so true to the resonance, the connection to life and to something bigger than just ourselves when we honor and remember and commit to and live that purpose. So here's to stepping in to the first petal of faith in the center of the labyrinth. How do you know what your life purpose is? I believe that we actually receive clues and redirections and indications our whole life from the time we were a child, through what we love to do, through what brings us joy, what lights us up, to the dreams we have at night, to our daydreams, to those things, those projects, everything that we keep thinking about, that we return to again and again and again. I refer to this as our sacred and courageous dreams, and that when we dream our dreams and we actually create and fulfill our dreams, that is how we are of the greatest service, not only to ourselves and to our fellow sister human beings, but to the earth and to the cosmos. So what's your sacred and courageous dream? What dream keeps beckoning you, knocking on your door, asking you, in spite of your fears, your concerns, your limitations, anything else that may stop you, what keeps returning to you and saying, I'm your dream. I need you. I need you to bring me and to fulfill me, to create me, and to bring me into this world. Here in the center, we can receive these clues and answers to our questions. And then as we receive, we can then walk out of the labyrinth, bringing the seeds, bringing the awarenesses and what we know with us. So this spirally path of a labyrinth invites us into the question, into receiving with our knowing and awareness, and then invites us to bring this back out into the world and to create and to ask more and to create more and more and more. Thanks for being here with me on the 8-8 portal. I'll see you next time with the second petal, surrender.